we already have 13 ladies on, 14, 15.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Essential Oils for Hormone Imbalance. You've got Barbara Alfonso here.
And Megan Eileen.
Yes, we're just gonna wait maybe just a few seconds as we see you guys coming in. We've got quite a lot of you signed up. So this is also going to be recorded. So it's okay if you miss something, if you need to leave halfway, you will get an email with a recording of this webinar. Thank you so much for showing up tonight. We have so many people interested in this subject, and we're so excited to share so much with you tonight. And so we're gonna get it started. You ready, Megan?
I am all set.
Wonderful. Okay. All right, so we're gonna begin with a little disclaimer here. All of the information that's contained here is not meant to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information represents what we, Barbara Alfonso and Megan Eileen, have researched and tried to take charge of our own hormonal health. Statements on these presentations have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, and products recommended are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. If you're pregnant, nursing, taking medication, or have a medical condition, consult with your physician before using these products. All right, you guys, let's begin. What you will learn tonight in this webinar: how your endocrine system works, what are symptoms of hormone imbalance and why they happen, how to use the infradian rhythm to balance your hormones, and what are essential oils and which ones can support your hormone imbalance. At any moment, feel free to take pictures of screenshots for you to keep and learn from later on. All right, so about me. My name is Barbara. I'm an integrative nutrition health coach, a registered yoga teacher, a doTERRA wellness advocate. What that means is that I educate you on the safe use of essential oils. I am the creator of Healthy Sexy Green, and that's my personal brand where I coach women on eating healthier, thinking sexier, and shopping greener, more sustainable. I'm also the co-creator of integrate2upgrade.com. This is an 8-week online coaching program for women who are ready to elevate their life in key areas like health, relationships, physical activity, career, and spirituality. Save the date for that. We begin our second group June 20th on the summer solstice. Here's my contact information. Again, if you want to take a picture of this for your records. So long story short, I'm going to do this in 1 minute or less. 10 years ago, I led a super fun lifestyle as a go-go dancer, but that lifestyle led me into having hormonal imbalances. I didn't know what was happening with my body, but I had low energy. I had horrible PMS, moodiness, again, low energies, horrible cramps, low libido, and huge sugar and carb cravings. And so that led me into understanding my body. I became a health coach, dove deep into yoga, and here I am 7 years later, 10 years later. Those are just symptoms of the past, and I'm so excited to share with you what I did.
Awesome. And hello, my name is Megan Eileen. I have my Bachelor's of Science in Psychology. I'm also a registered yoga teacher and doTERRA wellness advocate. And right now I'm studying to get my certified personal training and nutrition coach from NASM. And a little bit of my story is I never experienced PMS really growing up. However, I was an athlete. So there were times throughout high school and then in college when I actually didn't get my period. And more recently, in the past few years or year, that happened again. I was training very hard, periods were regular, and then they stopped. So I thought, it's not a big deal. You know, this has happened before. I'll just wait it out and let's see. And then I realized I have to start doing some research on my own. So I discovered this really amazing woman, Alyssa Vitry, who Barbara has also studied with. She has a great book, In the Flow, I recommend. And she talks all about cycle syncing and learning about our feminine cycles and our hormones, and how if we experience PMS or don't get a period, what we can do to get ourselves back on track.
Wonderful. Thank you, Megan. All right, let's dive in. So, endocrine system one-on-one. Your endocrine system is a collection of endocrine glands, and you can see them here in that picture. And they produce hormones that are used as chemical messengers throughout the body to help you regulate metabolism, growth and development, tissue function, sexual function, your reproduction, sleep, mood. Oh my God, all the things. So you've got the endocrine glands, and I'm going to go into them a little bit. You can see them in that picture, and they regulate all of the body's main functions. And then the hormones are the chemical messengers produced by these glands, and they travel through your bloodstream to tissues and organs to regulate physiology and behavior. You guys, not only physical, but also behavior, mental, emotional. And if I have any yogis here, I want you to just take a look at where your glands are. All right, just a little bit of seed planting here, and your chakras, where your chakras land. Same location as your glands, you guys. I'm not gonna go deep into that. All right, so here you got your endocrine system. You've got your glands here. Now you know where they're located. You've got your ovaries, which are right above the uterus. And this one has to do with your sex hormones in response to the pituitary gland, which is right at the top. So from the bottom, it connects all the way to the top, that first and that seventh chakra, you guys. Then we've got our adrenals, and they're right above the kidneys, okay? Those little dots that you see right there, okay? Now, our adrenals, what you need to remember this is your stress. They release the stress hormone cortisol. All right, so this one has to do with your stress response and survival. All right, now we've got the pancreas. The pancreas is more like a glandular organ. It's an organ that acts more like a gland, and this one regulates your blood sugar levels. Insulin and glucagon are here. That's what you need to remember for that, and that's below the stomach. Then we've got the thymus right here by the heart. It's behind the sternum, and this one has to do with your immune system and white blood cells. All right. Then we're moving up to the throat, and we've got our thyroid and parathyroid. The thyroid is right in front of the neck, and this one controls every aspect of cell metabolism, every single aspect of cell metabolism. Then we've got the parathyroid, which is right behind the thyroid, and this one regulates blood calcium levels, bone health, your nerves, and muscle function. Then right above, we're going into the pituitary gland. And this one is in the brain underneath the hypothalamus. And this one's called the master gland because it produces hormones that control all the other endocrine glands. Then we go right into the pineal gland. This one's in the brain. This one converts signals from the nervous system into hormones. And this one has to do with melatonin, which has to do with sleep. So if you have sleep issues and challenges, pineal gland. You have to look into that. Then we have the hypothalamus. And this one is right above the pituitary gland. And this one's known as the hormone conductor. It's a liaison between your nervous system and the endocrine system, okay? And this one signals the pituitary gland to release hormones. So you guys, it's all right here. It starts here, and then it affects the rest of our glands. The glands are secreting hormones, and it starts in the brain. So excited for that. All right, so now, how do you know if you have hormonal imbalances? What are some signs and symptoms you can start to look at? So I want you to, if you have pen and paper, maybe start to write down some of these things that you might relate to, all right? So some external symptoms: weight gain, we have acne, increased body hair or facial hair, thinning skin, brittle hair and nails, belly fat, poofy eyes. That's one of the things that was happening to me a lot. I was losing my hair, I had really brittle nails, and I had a little bit of belly fat and poofy eyes. Now, I didn't tell you much, but when I was a go-go dancer, I was wearing makeup every single day, hairspray, perfumes, body sprays, all the things, right? Because I'm dancing and sweating, I need to smell good. Putting all that stuff. I was not eating, I was not sleeping at night. I was working at night, sleeping during the day. So my circadian rhythm was off. All the things were off. And guess what? I was eating like at 3, 4 in the morning, pizza and donuts and carbs, because that's what I wanted after dancing for hours. So all of that was throwing it off. Internal symptoms, all right? Feel free to take pictures of this as you want. I'm just gonna breeze through it real quick. Night sweats, water retention, tingling hands and feet, decreased energy, hot flashes, sugar and carb cravings, migraines, headaches, incontinence, vaginal dryness, heavy menstruation, tense breasts, cysts in ovaries, PMS, fatigue, constipation, low libido. You can read so much internal symptoms. All right, so if you said yes, I feel these 2 or 3 per list, you, my friend, have a hormone imbalance. Psychological symptoms, anxiety, stress, panic attacks, concentration problems, depressed mood, mood swings, irritability, sadness, excessive worrying, and you feel less energized. Can you relate? You guys, I want to say, I'm going to go out on a whim right here and say 99.9.9.9% of the population suffers at least from one of these in each of the areas, right? So why do they go out of balance? What's causing this? Well, either under or overeating, you're not eating enough, maybe you're skipping meals, maybe you're forgetting to eat because you're so busy, or maybe you're overeating, maybe from stress, right? You're over or under exercising, all right? Maybe you're exercising way too much. Maybe the kind of exercise you're doing is really not supporting you, okay? Eating the wrong foods, like too little fatty acids, too little fiber, too many carbohydrates, too much soy, too much beer. I'm sorry for my beer drinkers. Too much unhealthy fats in the junk food, too much processed food, too much sugar. I know, I'm a recovering sugarholic, you guys. Toxins. And, you know, toxins, we can talk about alcohol, chemicals, heavy metals, and other toxins that enter our body not only through what we eat, drink, but also environmental toxins, what's in the air, pollution, medications. They burden our liver, and too much of it results in liver overload, you guys. This is our detox organ, okay? Too high body fat percentage, all right? And aging, of course, we're all aging. We're not getting any younger, so, and birth control. These are all things in our lives that can cause our hormones to go out of balance. But you know what? That's okay. That's the bad news. But we got good news. That's the rest of this webinar is going to be all the good news and all the things that we've done to support us in our hormonal balancing journey. I'm going to show you a little 3-minute video here on endocrine disrupting chemicals, which is a major part of what's disrupting your hormones.
If you've been listening to the news at all, you've probably heard about the dangerous chemicals that are called endocrine disrupting chemicals, or EDCs. Inside our bodies is a network of glands and organs called the endocrine system that produce, store, and secrete hormones. Normally, the hormones go from the gland or organ to the other organs and fit right into specific receptors expressed in cells. Kind of like how a key goes into a lock. But when EDCs get into the body, they can mimic the shape of the hormone, and they go into the receptor instead. They can trick the body into thinking they are a hormone or block the hormone from fitting into its receptor. Fooling a cell in this way can trigger abnormal processes in the body. This can wreak havoc on the entire endocrine system and may lead to severe health consequences. EDCs have been linked to human health issues related to sperm quality, fertility, abnormalities in sex organs, endometriosis, early puberty, nervous system function, immune function, cancers, breathing problems, metabolic issues, obesity, heart health, growth, neurological and learning disabilities, and more, because hormones regulate nearly every process in the body. What's worrisome is that exposure to EDCs can happen anywhere and come from the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the water we drink, and through the skin. Some EDCs even transfer from mothers to fetuses and infants. They can be found in industrial chemicals that leach into soil and groundwater and then make their way into the food chain and build up in fish, animals, and people. Consumer products such as plastics, household chemicals, fabrics treated with flame retardants, cosmetics, lotions, products with fragrance, and antibacterial soaps, pesticides, fungicides, or industrial chemicals in the workplace. The best way to avoid exposure is to check labels and avoid products containing known EDCs. Research on EDCs is growing, so watch for new information on products to help your family's health. Contact your elected officials and tell them to pass the Personal Care Products Safety Act, which would create an FDA review process to check the safety of ingredients used in personal care products like toothpaste, soap, and sunscreen. Patients have questions. We have answers. The hormone.
Awesome. All right, so now you've got it there. What are endocrine disrupting chemicals? They are everywhere. Now feel empowered to know this information to now begin to take positive action with your own personal health. And now here's Megan to tell you all about the infradian rhythm and what she has found it's helping her.
And thank you so much, Barbara. That was so beautifully put. And just to touch really quickly on all of the endocrine disruptors, you can see that they're literally in everything. And that was how I first got in touch with oils, because I realized that I was just having this deep aversion to the smell of cleaning products and toxic ingredients. And it was almost like my body was like hyper aware that it wasn't good for me. And then I learned more about this infradian rhythm and how we can use hormones for that. So, okay, I'm sure everyone on this call has heard of the circadian rhythm, which is the 24-hour clock. Our society is based off of that. And maybe not so coincidentally, that is when men release their hormones. They release theirs on a 24-hour schedule. Now, has anyone heard of the infradian rhythm? I absolutely never did until I read In the Flow and learned that that is a 28-day cycle, and that is when the female hormones are released, which makes a lot of sense because we all refer to it as our moon cycle, and we know we go on a 28-day clock. But during this 28-day period, women experience 4 phases of their cycle, and during that time, our brains literally change up to 25%, our gut microbiome changes, our immune system changes, our stress response changes, and our reproductive system, all in the course of 28 days. So you can see how it's not suitable for women to do the exact same thing every day, like our 24-hour clock goes. We need different things during different times of the month. So the first phase is the menstrual phase. That's when we start the circadian clock for us, and that is the first day of our period. We like to refer to it as the winter stage because it's a time of retreat. So during this time, rest and less light exercise is best. Think brisk walking, yoga, even naps. And it's a great time for introspection. So reflecting, journaling, just kind of looking over your past month, seeing what your wins were, what your losses were, where there's room to grow, and just taking this time to be with you. If you don't menstruate and you're having confusion about, okay, how can I sync my cycle if I don't know when which one is? And for that, you can go by the moon and you can pick. You can either choose to say my first day of menstruation is on the new moon tomorrow or during the full moon. So then after our periods, the second cycle is the follicular phase or spring. Now this phase is a little bit longer, 7 to 10 days, and it's when planning and intention setting is great. So we have a lot of brainstorming, creativity, and we're open to new experiences. So that's why it's great for setting new intentions. Exercise-wise, it's great to try fun, new forms of exercise. Cardio is great at this time. And diet-wise, again, think spring. So fresh, vibrant, light foods that leave you feeling energized. Then our ovulatory phase, or summer, is a little shorter. It's 3 to 5 days. It is when communication and collaboration are at an all-time high. So group exercises are great for this time. Energy's high, so think HIIT workouts, you can lift weights, really anything that you like, but really it's important to hone in on your openness and forms of communication, be it in exercise or just with other people. And then diet-wise, you can focus on fresh and raw vegetables and lighter grains. Again, think summertime foods. And then this is what I like to call our power phase, the luteal phase. It is the time when we're most productive. So as you saw during the menstruation period, maybe we're not that productive then, but we're not supposed to be. And that's totally okay, because we have this huge chunk of time every single month when our brains, our bodies, our entire system are just geared for productivity. So our energy is high during the first half of the phase. Slow strength training and power yoga is best. And then towards the second part of the phase, approaching our menstruation, that's when lighter activities are encouraged. And during this time, leafy greens and baked root vegetables are suggested. And again, different foods during different times of the month, because just like our brain and our hormones, the microbiome in our gut actually changes day to day.
Wonderful. Thank you, Megan. So to recap, your endocrine system is controlling everything in your body, from your mood to your weight. Glands secrete hormones that send messages to your cells, and use the infradian rhythm to begin to balance your hormones and live in tune with the natural cycles of the moon and your hormones. That was really beautiful, Megan. And I'd love to see it like the seasons of the year. We've got the winter, the spring, the summer, and the fall. And just think of, you know, like, well, here in Florida, we don't really have a winter, but think of the idea of how we feel during, you know, what kind of energy do we have with each season. And then, you know, and it's lovely. Some people, like you said, you're not experiencing a period, but you can also, like you said, tune in with that cycle of the moon and then still make choices. And when I learned about this, I schedule my, like this call, and I schedule on during the times where I'm like in my spring and my summer and maybe the fall, but I almost never schedule anything on my winter. I just want to be home, relax and chill. I don't want to be teaching or working or doing anything that's like a big deal. So that when I learned that was huge to me. I'm sure for you as well, Megan.
That's extremely empowering, just how we can use our cycle to become more productive. So
yes. All right. So next. All right. So this class is essential oils for hormone imbalances. So you're going to see this screenshot a little later on. So if you'd like, you can take a photo right now real quick. We're going to show it again, and not to worry, you're going to have a recording of this. But if you want to go ahead, Megan, talk a little bit about this.
yes, absolutely. So we have another slide with this too, and we categorize both of them a little bit different. So this is just our general symptoms here. So if you want to look at them and see which one resonates most with you, and then these are the top oils for each. So based on the responses from registration, it appeared that moodiness, acne, and cramps or PMS symptoms were our highest problems. So for moodiness, adaptive and balance, which are both blends, and then the single blend neroli are great. For acne, tea tree is amazing. I've been using that for years anytime something pops up. Sandalwood and yarrow are also great. And then for PMS or cramps, there's a nice blend called Clary Calm, or the individual Clary Sage, and then Copaiba.
Wonderful. So again, we're going to show you this again. Feel free to take a screenshot, take a photo of it.
And then these I did just by individual oils, so you can see if you have tons of symptoms, or just what maybe you don't want to get 4, 5, 6 oils, what's the one that would be the best for me? So these, we break it down into what each individual oil does for you. You can see that Clary Sage seems to be the queen for the hormones, literally covering, well, you can read them there. It's quite a few. Lang Lang is good. I actually have that one with me right now. It smells amazing, like obsessed with it right now. But that one's great for hormonal balance, libido, hair loss, adrenal fatigue, emotional balance and relaxation. And then fennel is also really great, which I hadn't suspected for hormones, and that supports estrogen, ovaries, PMS cramps, menopause, perimenopause, and emotional balance.
Yeah, so there's a juice that I make during my moon, and it includes fennel. So I almost like OD on fennel, and fennel helps with supporting the ovaries, but also with inflammation. So if you're someone who gets bloated often or has like really heavy period cramps, fennel, to add it in your juice. It's great, like the fennel bulb. It's white, and then it's got the green stems going up, that white part with the greens. Wonderful. And then there are still more.
So yes, there's a very exhaustive list, and they're pretty much in order from the most effective or for the most amount of symptoms. So we'll have these again at the end, but highly suggest screenshotting them or jotting them down if you see any of your issues listed here.
And Clary Sage was really the essential oil that got me into it. Clary Sage and Clary Calm, which is the blend, because a friend of mine, you know, she's just started sharing oils with me. I told her, well, I have period cramps, and she gave me a little sample of the Clary Calm blend that has Clary Sage in it, and I didn't have cramps that night. I was like, how could this happen? And so I kept using it. And then, you know, I've been using oils for 4 years now for almost everything. I have not been sick for four years. All right. So now some of you that are here on the call might be customers. You already know everything about essential oils. We gave you the tools there. We pretty much did the research for you. We went through the books, the apps, and all the things to find out what those oils were for those symptoms. And for those of you who've never used essential oils, have no idea what they are, we're gonna just kind of give you a really quick crash course on essential oils. All right, so 3 cool things about essential oils. Now, remember at the beginning we told you we are doTERRA wellness advocates. So what that means is that what we advocate for is doTERRA essential oils. doTERRA means gifts of the earth, okay? And we're representative of this company and these oils. So everything that we're telling you, we mean doTERRA essential oils. They are safe, they're 100% natural. And then essential oils are the volatile compounds that are distilled from the plants. They are extracted from the seeds, the barks, the leaves, the stems, the roots, the flowers, and the fruits. All right, so they are the essential oils that are, they embody regenerating and the protective immune strengthening properties of the plant. So they protect the plant and they protect us as well. They're 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. And then what I love about doTERRA is that they are certified pure therapeutic grade, CPTG. Okay, what this means is that they've gone through rigorous tests to make sure that the product that you're receiving is safe to inhale, to put on your body, and to ingest as well. Essential oils are effective, sometimes even more effective than modern approaches to health. They permeate the cell membrane. So we have different immune protective oils, such as On Guard, which you see it here. And one oil can work for many different things. You can have one oil that you can use for your home to clean in your home, and you can use it for your hormones or your body or for your mental state. So one oil can do a lot. And they're affordable for the same reason. One oil can be used for many different things, and they're pennies per dose. Sometimes you only need 1 drop, sometimes even less than a drop. And a 15 milliliter bottle has 250 drops. So they're safe, they're effective, and they are affordable. Pennies per drop. And then Megan will tell you the 3 ways that you can use essential oils.
So you can use them for aromatherapy. You can inhale them. That's one of the quickest ways to have the effects. It only takes about 30 seconds for them to enter the brain. And then you can also put them on yourself topically. So a lot of times I'll have rose. I like to just put that on my heart. Lavender is great. And for ingesting them, you can also take them internally. So lemon in the water every morning. I actually used frankincense when I would make some homemade chocolate, which was great. But just like Barbara said, frankincense is also great topically for the face. It's great for glowing skin, and it smells super delicious. So you can use some oils for every purpose.
All right, so as you saw it in that video, the way that the endocrine disrupted chemicals get into our body are either we inhale them, so think of the air pollution, right? Or think of if you have any plugins, if you have like Febreze and things like that, any synthetic scents, all right? It's synthetic, the body is not really understanding it because it's not natural. Okay, the other way, it's anything that we put on our skin. So think of your lotions, shampoos, your perfumes, body sprays. Remember all that stuff that I was putting on me when I was go-go dancing? And then also whatever we eat, the foods that we eat, all those are 3 ways that we assimilate information. The body takes it in and does something with it, and it's either going to be for positive or negative effects in our endocrine system.
And I mentioned that I started with the oils because I wanted to start cleaning with non-toxic products because I noticed that the smell, it was just, I had such an aversion. I don't know what happened. I just like woke up one day and I cleaned my floors and it was the smell. And even when I was walking on the clean floor, then something just felt like not right about it. And it happened over and over. And I was like, you know what, I have to make the switch. And I had that realization, like I'm stepping on these cleaning products and smelling them in. It's just, whenever you can reduce it, reduce it. Same with lotions. Like I stopped buying scented lotions a long time ago and can just use oils to mix them with coconut oil or shea butter, and it's great.
Exactly. So it's like every time we clean, we give ourselves a nice aromatherapy session. At least that's what I do when I clean my tub. It's just like lemon, eucalyptus. It's awesome. I love it.
I put patchouli in my floor cleaner yesterday for the first time, and that was an experience. I loved it.
Nice. So why doTERRA? Why is doTERRA different? Well, like I mentioned before, they have rigorous testing and transparency. They have a whole website that you can go, it's called sourcetoyou.com, where you see all of the testing and everything about the oil. They're very transparent. I myself have very high standard on the companies that I support and that I align myself with. They have to be super transparent. They have to be green. They have to be eco-friendly. They have to give back to the environment. And so that's why I love them. Sourcing of their oils, they source oils from where they grow the best. So it's not like they're all here in the US. No, because not all oils and plants grow best in the US. They have different climates, different locations where they grow best. So they work with hundreds of farms all throughout the world supporting their communities. They have purpose-driven projects. Again, it's not only a company that sells products and supports their wellness advocates, but also they have projects. They have a nonprofit foundation that support projects all over the world supporting these communities. Sometimes supporting kids and different things. They have a whole website for that, and it's called the Healing Hands Foundation. All right, so these are your top oils. As you can see, like I said earlier, one oil can support many things. For example, On Guard, it's probably the one that I purchase the most, especially now with what's going on. Immune support for cleaning and oral health. All right, so one oil for many different things. You can see Copaiba to soothe sore muscles, calming and anxious feelings. Again?
Yeah, and then these are single blends. So for instance, Barbara had mentioned that one bottle has 250 drops. The peppermint, in my research, I found that 1 drop of peppermint is equivalent to 28 bags of peppermint tea. So you can just really, and same with the lemon. I used to put a whole lemon in my water every morning, and now I just do 2 little drops. That's great. We have tea tree oil, oregano. That's also great for the immune system. So yeah, and they're all pure and potent.
All right, so here is a recommended protocol for hormone balance. All right, so doTERRA not only has essential oils, but has fabulous supplements. Okay, and I want you to think of your oils. They're not, like we said at the very beginning, they're not going to cure. Number one, like what Megan was saying, lifestyle choices. Exercise and food are queen and king when it comes to hormonal balance. Okay, reducing stress, all of that. Meditate before you medicate, and think of your essential oils as like the cherry on top, and they're like supplements, supplementing all these other things that you're doing to support your hormones. Okay, And doTERRA offers this great supplement pack called Lifelong Vitality Pack. And this has your anti-inflammatories, your antioxidants, it has your whole food supplement, and has your essential fatty acids as well. So it's all the things that you need, all three, and you would take them daily. There is also a phytoestrogen complex supplement and a bone nutrient complex. I personally don't take this. I do take the other one, the three, but if you're someone who is looking for estrogen support, the phytoestrogen. If you're someone who's needing bone support, then the bone one. Rose is said to be the queen of all oils for emotional balance, to boost libido, to promote more confidence. And this comes in a roller and also in a 5 milliliter bottle. And Clary, this is the one that I mentioned. That's the one that got me into doTERRA, the one that my friend gave me that I applied on my abdomen one night, and I didn't have cramps that night. And so this is the hormonal balancing because of the oils that are inside this blend. And the rollers have fractionated coconut oil, which is a carrier oil to help carry the oil. So easy use. So again, take a screenshot of this. Okay, and here are those what am I trying to say, Megan?
Symptoms of hormonal imbalance.
This slide. Here's that slide that we told you you'll have. So if you didn't get a chance to take a picture of it then, take a picture of it now. You start to see what are some of the oils that can support with your symptom. And here's that other one. Again, if you didn't get a chance to take a photo, now it's your chance. And I'm gonna go into that other one, oils for hormonal imbalances.
Oh, and DDR prime, I just wanted to mention, that has 3 bullet points only, so it's towards the end of the list, but that's also really powerful for hormonal imbalances, especially estrogen, progesterone, and your thyroid. So that's
those are the major ones, major ones. Yeah, that's a detail. And there's an essential oil. There's an essential oil for that, and also a supplement for that, so you can take it in pill form as well.
And I do want to just real quick mention Melissa as well, because I never heard of Melissa. I was like, who is she? Or what blend is that? And I have a friend who is getting his doctorate in neuroscience right now, and I reached out to him because he has access to all these research documents that otherwise you would have to pay for the literature online or you just can't find. And he sent me a bunch of articles on the effects of essential oils on the brain. And one of the articles that he sent me was on Melissa, and that it's been scientifically researched and how effective it is, especially for mental illness as well. So that's where the emotional balance come in. But it was actually shown scientifically in the lab in numerous studies to help reduce anxiety and depression.
And Melissa is an oil that I got it last month. I've never purchased it before. It's one of the most expensive oils for good reason. You know, it works on so many levels. I haven't even opened it, but I'm really looking forward to using it. It's a 5 milliliter, and it's a very, very potent oil, just like frankincense and rose are. All right, so how do I get these oils in my house? I want them. All right, there are 3 ways to purchase, you guys. One would be retail. Now, we don't recommend retail because this is the most expensive way to buy. And the only way that you want to be paying retail is in professional settings. Let's say you went to your chiropractor and you know they have lavender and you're like, you want lavender now. You get it that way, okay? How we recommend it, it's either wholesale or below wholesale. So wholesale, you get the best products for the best prices. You get them at 25% off below retail, and just like Costco, you pay a membership and then you have a whole year to buy all the products on the website at 25% off. And that membership fee is only $35. Now you're like, I don't want to pay a membership fee. Well, you can waive that fee by buying below wholesale. by purchasing a kit. So doTERRA has created kits with the top oils that we showed you earlier, and then some other kits have some of the other products. If you're like, I'm ready to change all my products, I need to change my toothpaste, I need to change my deodorant, I need to change my shampoo, all the things, there are different kits that you can choose from, and you're gonna get even a deeper discount. Plus, that way you'll waive that $35 fee, all right? Again, you can take a picture of this if you'd like. Now, the other cool thing is that if you decide to buy oils with us, if Megan invited you here, or whoever invited you to this webinar, you can reach out to them, but you will have a free wellness consultation with us. Once you get your oils, you're gonna have 45-minute to an hour consultation with us, and we're gonna go over whatever you got going on with your health, and we're gonna support you with that. You'll have access to our private Facebook Uprising Wellness community. And this is a community of 1,000 people. And you can pretty much type in, like search anything that you want to search, any kind of issues, challenges that you're having. And all the things will show up with that. So let's say cramps, you'll put cramps, and everything that people have used for cramps will show up there. So it's like a giant testimonial community there. You'll also have access to teachmeoils.com, and that is our team's private website where it's like from day one, I've got oils, now what? What do I do with my oils? How to use them, blends, recipes, and all kinds of resources on that website as well. You also have weekly classes, and these are all educational classes on different subjects. You can join them whenever you like, and they're catered to you as a customer particularly. And then you'll also have your very own wellness advocate, whether you are here because you know me or you know Megan or whoever you know, we are your very own wellness advocates throughout your journey for wellness. So that's another really a cool thing if you want to get oils with us. All right, and I'm just gonna breeze through this so you have an idea of what the kits are, how much they are, and what is in the kits. You've got the On Guard, Lemon, Balance, Copaiba, Adaptive, Digest Zen. This is a digestive blend. Peppermint, Breathe, Deep Blue, and Lavender.
And those are all the big sizes. So those have the 250 drops. The Deep Blue is the smaller one. Those have about 85. But last summer I got a kit that was all smaller bottles, and I just actually ran out of my first bottle. I was being fancy with them, but.
This one is the Healthy Habits Kit. So this one has a focus on the supplements, also has the enzymes and the probiotics, as well as the Deep Blue Rub. So if you're an athlete, like you said, Megan, you're an athlete, for sore muscles, that would be, my husband pretty much lives on Deep Blue. Frankincense, Lavender, Balance, Lemon, and On Guard are in this kit. The Healthy Home Kits, again, has the top oils, your shampoo, your cleaner, your hand wash, and your hand sanitizer. I've gone through so many of those hand sanitizers, you have no idea, for the last 2 months. I've never bought so much hand sanitizer my whole life. Healthy Start Kit, so this one has a diffuser. I love this diffuser. I'm diffusing right now, same diffuser. And then your top oils. Okay, so if you're ready to get these oils, be sure to take a picture, a screenshot of this, because this is how you will contact us, okay? The best way is to send us a text, send us an email if you connect through email, so that we can help you with your journey. If you feel like you want to do this on your own, you can go to doTERRA.com, and then it's gonna ask you to do to add a wellness advocate number, and then this would be my number right here, and then that's Megan Eileen's. We don't recommend you do that. We want to help you. We want to support you with this. So don't be shy, connect with us. And this is what we do. This is what we love to do. Okay. And then lastly, there are 3 types of people that join doTERRA. Those who want to live the wellness lifestyle. These are customers, you're using your oils, you are having transformations with them, you're starting to shift all of the toxic chemicals in your home for essential oils, you're starting to maybe try the deodorant and the toothpaste, things like that. You start to live this wellness lifestyle. The second person is somebody who shares the oil, somebody who wants to get their products paid for. Maybe you're like, I love this oil so much, and you like to gather your friends, and then you'll invite me or Megan to your home, and then, or something like this, like a webinar, and then you share oils with people, and then you get free oils that way. You are also part of the loyalty rewards program that gives you free oils every month, and you accumulate points. And then with this points, again, you can get more free oils. And then there's somebody who builds. So Megan and I are builders. We are doing this and we earn income with this. We educate people on the safe use of essential oils, as well as any other, subjects that like today was hormones. So you can lift, you can share, or you can build with doTERRA. All right, you guys, last but not least, Own Your Moon is coming June 5th. And this is my online program. It's a self-paced program to teach you everything that we talked about today. Like we planted some seeds, and this one's gonna take you on a journey so that you can live in sync with your cycle, so that you can say goodbye to PMS, and so that you can live in harmony with your hormones. So if that's something that you're interested in, please connect with me. I do have your emails. When I send you this recording, I'll send you all the details for this. You guys, thank you so much. I think we did really good with timing. Megan, is there anything that you want to say?
I just want to say I hope that the information that we gave you all is as a source of empowerment, so you can take your health in control and just really harness the feminine power that we have within us once we have this knowledge, so that we can use the tools that are within us to be our best selves. And I just want to read one little quote from the woman who inspired my hormonal journey, Alyssa Vitry. And she said, "Science has told me that I was born strong, emotionally attuned, analytical, insightful, creative, playful, nurturing, spontaneous, dynamic, and reliable." And I just think that's beautiful and something that all women should remember and know. So thank you, Barbara, for co-hosting. It was such an honor to work with a hormone guru like yourself.
Thank you.
Everyone watching.
Yeah, and I'm gonna open up the chat. If anybody has any questions or anything, I'll stay here for a little longer. I just, this is the first time that I run a webinar on Zoom. I normally do the meetings, and I thought there was a way that you can send questions or, send chats. So if you see a chat right below, see if you wanna answer any questions or say anything. I think we should be able to get that, because I think somebody sent something already. So,
yes, I see that.
So if you have any questions, anything, and again, if you have, if you feel like, yes, I need some support with this, reach out to whoever sent you here so they can support you with the oils. And I am a health coach. This is what I do full time, as well as a yoga teacher. So I work privately with people. We either do like this, and not so much in person lately. I also have my group coaching program starting June 20th. And now my new course, self-paced course that you'll do on your own, coming in June. And this is focusing on hormones and the infradian cycle. All right, you guys. Okay, here's a Q&A. I've got Q&A. Let's see. Chat is disabled. That's why. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So how did you say that you use fennel for hormones? So I use it right before my like before my period, during my period, and I do it for inflammation, to reduce inflammation. That's what fennel is used for. Megan Laura says that she loved your quote. Laura Holden.
Thank you. From In the Flow. Check it out.
Yeah. So I guess see if the chat is open now, you guys. Okay, Katie, just want to say thank you. Need to review those slides, but we'll probably have follow-up questions. Great presentation, says Katie Wolf. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, so many thank yous from everybody. Thank you, guys. Okay, so the chat seems to be open.
Yeah, I changed it to all participants and attendees.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. It's so nice to see so many of you. Do you rub
And
Clary Sage right on your stomach? Yes. Now with essential oils, and again, this is education that you'll get after you get your oils. You're not alone. You've got your wellness advocates with you, and we're going to teach you how to use them, the safety, and all the things you're going to get. We just didn't go into that because we could be here forever talking about that. But yes, Clary Sage, you rub it right on your stomach. You can also, another way to use essential oils, on the bottoms of the feet. We have certain points there that are connected. Think of acupuncture, that are connected to different organs.
And we will be uploading this video, right, Barbara? Or we can send a recording if they want to see it afterwards.
Yes. And so somebody asked, what is your best recommendation for low libido? It would be ylang ylang, neroli, and patchouli. So you could create a blend of those 3 oils. Can you take Copaiba internally? Okay. Can you take it internally? Yes, you can.
First times a day.
And again, internally, we're only talking about doTERRA, you guys. We're not talking about those CVS, Costco cheap oils, synthetic stuff.
I actually also had an article sent to me from my friend on a long-term study. It was specifically in the Hispanic community, but with the use of lavender fragrance. So essential oils that also had lavender fragrance in them. And what the study showed that, and these were young teens that were already using these products, but both in the women and the men, or girls and boys, they had an increase in breast size. So you see that a lot in today's younger generation. They're getting their periods early and they're starting to develop. So we can really see the effects on children, and the research is starting to be done. So that's what's great.
Because it's synthetic. It's
right.
A synthetic version. And
here's the only, I'm sure everyone that's here knows that they're tested and 100% pure.
Okay, Rachel asks, you mentioned DDR prime from estrogen, progesterone, etc. I am estrogen dominant. Would this be one kind of oil to help me? Yes. Also, Jessica is telling everyone, passion blend for libido, for Holly. Okay. My boyfriend has Addison's, adrenal gland insufficient, and diabetes, which would be a good oil. I think I saw one called Zendocrine. So yeah, Zendocrine is a detoxifying blend. Now you guys remember, number 1, lifestyle, food, exercise. As a health coach, I'm gonna come with you that first. We gotta do that first, then comes the oils. Okay, the oils can be there to start to support you, right along the journey. But we cannot be talking all these things without lifestyle, food, and exercise. I don't know why my mom says it, but she says that she's scared that I'm going to use Melissa. Maybe I'll get pregnant soon. Haha. No. Awesome. Thank you guys for chatting in and asking your questions. Again, we're not going to go away. You've got our phone numbers. You've got our emails. Please connect with us. We're here to help. And you don't have to live with the symptoms. It's not normal to have these symptoms, okay? You can find a way to find harmony in your body when you start to make small changes, okay? It's a journey, right? It's not like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and boop, right? It's a long process. Hormonal health, it's a long, steady process, you guys, okay? So patience is key, and then little by little, you start changing your habits, your lifestyle, and it all changes. You are so very welcome, you guys. Okay, I think, Megan, we did under an hour. Can you believe this? We thought this was gonna be like so long, you guys. We had so much to give you, and also trying to make it not too much to overwhelm you, but pretty much to the point of like, you know, here are the imbalances, here are the things that are causing this, and these are some of the things that have helped us in our journey. You're also very welcome, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to close this. Megan, thank you so much for working with me and all the calls and everything that we had together to make this happen.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you to everyone who came, and enjoy our new moon tomorrow. Don't forget about it.
That's right. That's right. So maybe some of you might start on this journey soon. All right, you guys. Good night, everybody. Love you. Ciao, ciao.